Hello everybody, E here. Welcome back to another Stephen King review. Today we are talking about Gerald's Game. Yeah. If you are a bit confused and wondering, hasn't he reviewed this book already? No, I have not. You're probably thinking of my Thursday Theorist review, where I go and I connect all of Stephen King's books either to the Dark Tower or to the Stephen King universe in general, but all the books tie back to the Dark Tower. That's pretty much the shtick of the whole series. Anyways, so this book revolves around a woman, I believe her name is Jessie Beauregard, something like that. Jessie Burlingame, and her husband Gerald. They go out to a cabin in the Maine wilderness, and they about to get day freak on. Part of this is to rekindle their, attraction to each other, their, spice up their marriage kind of deal. And one of the things, the whole catalyst to the entire thing, and I don't think this is a spoiler, because I believe it says it in the description, because it's the whole setup, which is Gerald handcuffs Jessie to a 4-poster bed, or 2-poster, whatever. Her hands are handcuffed above her head. And as Gerald is getting ready and, getting ready to do the deed, he dies. He has a heart attack. And Jessie is left in this room alone, handcuffed to a bed. There's a dog. There is a suspicious figure in the corner. There's all different kinds of creepy stuff that happens in this book. And I'm going to detail why I love it so much. Just a heads up right off the bat. This is a spoiler-free review. But we are going to... Well, I'm not going to talk about the movie adaptation. I absolutely love the movie adaptation. That's all I'll say about that. I think it's one of the most faithful ones. And, of course, it's Mike Flanagan that directed it. So far, he's probably the best adapter of Stephen King's work. I know a lot of people say Mick Garris, but a lot of those Mick Garris Stephen King adaptations, man, they don't hold up. Anyways, so let's talk about the book. The tension in this one, the creepiness is off the charts for me. And there's a scene in here that is very famous. Anybody who talks about this book talks about the... I don't even think I'm going to tell you. If you know, you know. But it is how Jessie actually gets out of the handcuffs. It is a very traumatic scene. It goes on for quite some time, at least in my head it does. The book is very short. It's one of King's shorter works, just like Misery and all that. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But it's 332 pages. The last 50 or 60 pages is very interesting because it reminds me of Misery. If you have read Misery, both books are about people stuck in a bed, so maybe it was intentional. If you've read the book, I think you know what I'm talking about. I was not expecting... it's one of King's best endings, I think, also. I was not expecting what happened at the end the first time that I read it, and even in the subsequent read-throughs, I have not forgotten the ending, but I still convince myself of a certain thing while I'm reading, probably because Jessie is thinking the certain thing, and then when you get to the end, you're like, oh crap, okay. But yeah, now this is just something, this is completely off the cuff, not off the cuff, I'm about to show you something. I bought most of my Stephen King books, my first edition, secondhand. Up until, I don't know when I started buying them myself. Let's see here. I would probably say right around the time Doomakey came out. Before that, I used to read them because my mother would buy them. And I spent a lot of time with my mother. She had a massive collection. She lost it twice. Once in a hurricane. Both times technically in a hurricane. One, they got blown off the back of a truck. And the other time, the storage shed where we had it flooded, and both times were a hurricane. Anyways, I believe there's, up on the channel, there's, my history as a Stephen King fan or something. I think it's 1 or 2 videos long. I never did any more with it. I think I said everything I had to say. But this is very cool. So in the back, it says December 12th, 1992. I started reading this book at Diana's. This is written... Also, this person was obviously a smoker. So I smoke too, but I don't smoke around my books and I don't smoke while reading. It's all handwritten in cursive. It says, I love stuff like this, by the way. This is why I buy a lot of books secondhand, just to find stuff like this. I found film reels. I found pictures from vacations, weddings, birth pictures, all different kinds of stuff. Let's see here. I started reading this book at Diana's while I was attending to her after Kaylee's something. I don't know. It's birth. Kaylee's birth. Deborah had JC December 1st amidst a lot of long pain and hours again. Diana had Kaylee December 6th, 1992, and did terrific, parentheticals, due to the epidural. Both babies are beautiful and fine. Both babies weighed in at 8 pounds 4 ounces. Glad it's over for them. Okay. But both babies weighed in at 8 pounds. That's interesting. Anyways, this is the second Stephen King book I am sorely disappointed in. We got a review here, folks. I have always been an avid King reader, but with his latest novel of repetitive, dull, more parentheticals, it only starts getting anywhere at the end. Dull, hash. It looks like something smeared all over it. It's not smoker stuff. But anyways, not bother with any more. WM is the initials. Did not finish this, and it's the last Stephen King book that they read. I said, this is junk. It's a Goodreads review, y'all. Junk. And then it just says, well, he knows, well, he knows it. He knows his stuff is junk. That's interesting. People will buy it because it's a King. No, I just got through saying that, but I think King realized that, so he just went and did the things that he had fun with. Utter trash, boring ! Repetitive ! And then some kind of jumbled up, unimaginative. Now that strikes me funny. I disagree with WM completely. And then it says dull, which is WM repeats themselves just as much as I do because they already said it was dull. It is not dull. I do not believe it's dull. That is a very, I don't want to call it prudish, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in here. Obviously, they were not a fan of the content. But I love finding things like that. I don't even think I knew, if I knew it was in there, I'd forgotten about it. So that's a fun little thing here at the end of the video. But have you read Gerald's Game? If you have, let me know how you felt about it down there in the doobly-doo. But until next time, I have been E, you have been you. This has been another Stephen King review. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!